right, well, we find ourselves in a rest stop with an issue. Not exactly how I thought we'd be opening this vlog, but that is okay, because I guess that's just what RV life looks like sometimes. So, to give you a quick recap, we stopped at this rest stop just to use the restroom, and we heard like a little thud, and Jason did a walk around and he's like, yep, we got a problem. Inner dually is flat. He went to go check the other side and he was filling it with air because it was just low, and he's like, this is weird, I'm just gonna fill it. And then as he takes it, the nozzle off, the valve just goes and you hear the whole tire go. So we kind of think that the last time we had a tire rotation, they were rushing us because we were the last ones of the day, and they crimped our valve stems really weird on the inner dualies, and we didn't say anything, and it's been a couple months, so we just didn't think of it. But this is now where it's really coming back to bite us in the butt, because now both inner dually tires are flat. What's happening here? Jason is getting the spare down,
which is not the easiest thing to do with the truck camper on.
No.
With the fifth wheel, no worries, we just fit in the little crack, but this is...
Yeah, so I think we found our first con ever of like fifth wheel versus truck camper, because we've been loving the truck camper life. So yeah, we had to put the jacks down, you know, unhitch it, bring it up so Jason could access the little hole in our bumper to bring the spare tire down. So that's the situation. We will not, I mean, Jason's gonna get started on changing the tire, but we did call, I called AAA and they put in the request, which took forever. The lady calls me back and she's like, I'm sorry, what's going on? What's a truck camper? And so I had to explain to her what it was and this and that. And she's like, let me call my guys and call you back. So she calls her techs or whoever, and then she calls me back and she's like, I'm sorry, like AAA like can't take this request. We can't fix that. We can't fix valve stems. You have to go to a shop. We don't have a tow truck big enough with the truck camper on it. And so she basically just told us like, well, actually what she told me to do was call 911. I was like, I'm not doing that. In the meantime, Jason was Googling around and he found a tech or like a tire company that does mobile repairs. So we called them, told them the sitch, and they said, let me call you back. So thankfully, Jason just got off the phone with him and they're like, yeah, we're good to go. We can help you. We'll bring out an extra tire just in case. We can't fix the valve stem. We'll replace the really bad tire with the spare. You should be good to go. So that's what we're waiting on. And I really, really hope, you know what? I can't say it out loud. I'm not gonna jinx ourselves.
That looks to be the problem right there.
No valve stem?
Yeah.
That'll do it.
100% of the time.
Oh my gosh. Holy moly. Okay, you know what? Let's talk about this real quick, because I know everyone's thinking right now, how come you don't have a TPMS? Where's your TPMS? You guys always talk about tire safety.
We gave our TPMS away with the fifth wheel. They bought a new one and we haven't put it on yet.
And what's the first thing we're gonna be doing when we get back?
Putting our TPMS on.
Yeah. Holy moly.
Another important thing, the extra safety of a dually, right?
Yeah.
If we had this blowout and we just had a single rear wheel, that could have been catastrophic.
Yeah.
So it's an extra cost, extra everything, bigger parking, all of that, but the safety of the dually, I think, far outweighs all the costs.
Yeah.
If there's one splurge you make on fixing your car or truck by yourself, I would make it a torque wrench and make sure that it can go to the rating for your truck or your fifth wheel or your trailer. So this is 145 foot-pounds. So this will make sure that the wheel doesn't come flying off down the road if the lug nuts come off. But these are a little expensive, like 150 bucks, but it is well worth the investment for this little piece to make sure that it is tightened correctly, because you need to recheck it after you mess with it in like 50 miles to make sure that it's still nice and tight. Also, before you tighten your lug nuts, make sure they're on there snug, like all the way, but then make sure you lower your jack. It's not safe to like wrench and tighten them down all the way while the jack is still up. You want all the weight to be on the tires when you're tightening them.
Well, Jason got one tire replaced. Really surprised to see that hole in it. That was pretty crazy. And he's now just working on jacking up the other side. We just got a call from the tech who said they're 5 minutes out. So we're gonna see if they're gonna fix the valve or they're bringing a replacement tire just in case too. So 50% done. Now we're just waiting on this emergency roadside assistance on a 3-day weekend, of course. Back on the road. They were able to fix the valve and we're good to go. So knock on wood, it stays that way until we can get a better fix. But if you're actually wondering why we're on the road right now, the whole purpose of this trip is to actually take this tiny human that we've been watching over the last 14 months up to her uncle's. So this is our niece, Amber.
I just got a victory in Fortnite.
Oh wow, that's so impressive.
That's my third one.
Yeah. So that was a 2.5 hour detour. How do you like RV life?
It's fun.
Oh, that was fun?
Yeah,
Good.
that was really fun. My phone died. I had nothing to do.
You had nothing to do. Yeah, her phone died, so she had to do old school kid stuff, like looking at the trees.
Well, I could do cheer.
That's true. She could do cheer. She did cheer with us this last year. What else did you do? Did soccer.
Soccer. I did swimming.
Swimming. Tutoring.
I did
But
tutoring.
that doesn't count as something fun, right?
Yeah.
But
super fun having a 12 to 13-year-old girl.
yeah.
For the first time, having no kids and then having a 12 to 13-year-old girl
Yeah.
was an experience.
Yeah. She turned 13 with us. Big teens, going into teen years, and she just finished 6th grade. Right?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Wow.
Crazy. But you did good. Did real good this year.
Yeah.
All right. Well, even with that 2.5 hour delay, we're still gonna make it to our destination tonight. But we'll probably check in tomorrow. Kids officially unpacked, moved out. Crazy experience these last 14 months have been. But we realized that we haven't talked like publicly on the vlog why we have a kid. We've made like one post about it and that's all we could muster at the time, and we're like, okay, back to life, trying to get everything back on track. How we ended up getting her was we live in the state of Florida. I have a sister that I did not have like a very good relationship with. She lives in Florida as well, but we had DCF, Department of Children and Families, call us one day and just said, hey, you know, your sister's been arrested and your niece is either going into foster tonight or can you take her? And so we were like, yeah, we'll take her.
Yeah.
This journey has been pretty wild, and we haven't picked up the camera for a year and 2 months because of it. Actually longer, because we just weren't vlogging before that when we were home just doing house projects. But we just didn't really feel like if we picked up the camera, we would know what to say.
And we weren't really interested in showcasing the kid.
No, because this is still like her life. She still deserves privacy. She still deserves to tell it however she wants to tell it, if she ever wants to tell it.
She wanted to be on camera.
She did want to be on camera, so we're like, okay, fine, we'll give you a little bit on camera, which she was really excited about. I know she probably didn't seem like it, but she was. I don't know. So as we're thinking about like closing out this video, we just realized we never really told the beginning of that story. There's certain aspects that we probably wouldn't ever really want to talk about, but this process has just been wild. Like, I don't know how else to say it. It's been crazy. Like, the foster care system sucks. Going through trial sucks. You know, dealing with drug addiction in the family sucks. Dealing with having to have really hard conversations with, a teenager.
Let's just say that.
Yeah, like having those conversations, having hard conversations about those things sucks. And so I feel like this year changed us so much in so many different ways. And I don't know if you guys are interested in that. And that's the thing, like, we kind of just want to ask you guys, like, we're restarting our YouTube channel is what it feels like, because we've been gone for so long. Even posting the Alaska content, like, that happened in 2023, so it feels so far removed, because then we're raising a kid in 2024.
So if you're wondering why it's taken so long to get out, that's
exactly
your reason.
Yeah. And so now here we are, and we're gonna hit the road again, and this feels like a very different type of journey for us. Like, we're hitting the road to decompress from this last year, to process like a lot of the trauma, I don't know what else to call it, to process like certain things that were brought up this year, dealing with family members. Like, it was a very hard, heavy, emotional year. Like, this was, emotionally speaking, the hardest year of our lives.
I would say in any regards, like, the absolute hardest. And I think we learned a lot through it. I mean, both good and bad.
Right. We learned a lot of lessons this year, and I feel like we learned them the hard way.
Yeah.
But as we move forward, like, in our journey, we're going to be doing a lot of truly like healing on the road, processing on the road. And so it's like, do you even want to see that? Are you even interested in that? Like, do you want us to talk about this experience and what life looked like and how we're moving forward? Or is it just like, hey, just show me what you go out and do and where you stay, and just show me the good stuff? Like, we can easily do that too. So yeah, I guess like that's just my question to you, is like, what do you want to see from us moving forward? Like, do you want the raw, real, like, everyday stuff? Do you want just the adventure stuff? Do you want, I don't know, anything? Like, we're literally open to anything, because we're just hitting the road to, in a way, like, find ourselves again, or find out who we want to be in this next chapter. So let us know. Bye, guys.